So yesterday, one of our ex-registrar, Amit, now a very famous consultant, sent me a picture. He saw a sign in the street called Contemplation um, place, probably, and he said, "Deb, I saw this and I remembered you." So, what does a contemplation actually mean? So, looking at something thoughtfully for a long time. So, it's a form of meditation, contemplation. So, for an example, just if we just look at this, okay, just look at this and don't think anything else. This is very good for patients, a person with ADHD like me, because our brains are very, very restless. We are very impatient. When you start speaking, I'm trying to speed you up times 2.5. Okay, because I am hearing and listening, but you're not speaking fast enough. That's what is going in our brain because our brain processors are like a RAM or CPU speed is very, very fast. And that's why when you meet other people, although this is a misnomer, I mean, this is just to attract your attention. The author did not tell that everybody's idiot. All the book says that you need to know the language, what other people are speaking. So if you don't know their language, they will feel like they don't understand you, you don't understand them. And, if you're really stupid, then you call them idiots, right? So I'm YOLO predominantly, maybe a little bit of green. I don't know. Sometime I can be blue, red maybe sometime, But these are the people. These are two extroverts, two introverts. For them and them, extrovert and introvert, it's all present and it is all task oriented, project oriented. They are kind of very methodical, algorithmic, robotic left brain, and they're high achievers, like type A personality. And this is inspiration. If you spend few minutes with this person, you will feel so charged, so energized. But they live in future. They don't live in present. So they don't get the job done. These two get the job done. And this is a happy helper. And majority of the people in this world are this. They won't like spotlight, neither them won't like spotlight, and these two love spotlight. So contemplation is when you slow down and think, what is life all about? So this morning I decided that I'll have my morning coffee and I will not cook, because cooking is something that I do almost every morning, because that's my meditation, that's my flow. So today I'm doing contemplation and now cooking. So I washed up all my stuff. I do my own laundry. I do cooking for the house. Now my wife cooked for a long, long time, and now she's getting busy and I'm getting more philosophical. And I think cooking helps my brain. So people in the hospital thinks that Dr. Ghosh doesn't do any housework, poor wife doing everything. That's not true. I do the laundry for myself. I do ironing for myself. I cook for everybody else. I clean the house, like I wipe the floor. I clean all the toilets for the whole house. I I try to motivate everybody, like I do you guys as well. I catch up with all the team members, including dog, the coffee dog, like what happened to their life, hug them, cuddle them. I'm a busy doctor like all you are, NHS consultant, full-time job, as you can imagine. Beyond, I'm the lead for the department, lead for alcohol, and lead for uh, liver. So it's a busy job. I'm quite a happy, satisfying job. We can get a lot done, and our trust is a very positive trust. I've got a lot of support. Yes, I won't get everything that I want to do, but a lot I can do. So this is all the socks, and this is my favorite. This is my running socks. It's pretty expensive, but instantly you will feel the difference when you put this on compared to any other socks. And this is my running handkerchief, and it can tag onto your belt. Anyway, So contemplation. Now I'm going to show you my contemplation. I've got a specific place that where I go to contemplate. It's like my shrine. Now you see, this is my contemplation. Okay, this is my office, home office, and I quite frequently will you'll find me here napping because I practice something called yoga nidra. I wake up very early, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I sleep at 11. And I am one of those guys who need their siestas. And siesta is not sleep, and there's a lot of misconception, particularly people who are monophasic, like they only sleep once and they think, oh, sleeping is not good. In fact, sleeping is extremely good. But if it is not sleeping, if it's NSD, a non-sleep deep rest, so you lie down, you set a timer, you can do a nappuccino, meaning you take a coffee before you go napping, but I tend not to cross my 3 coffee a day limit and not after 3 p.m. Then it messes up with your brain and sleep. So, and my favorite sleeping, even sleeping, forget napping, sleeping is on the floor with a something like a, this carpet itself is extremely soft. So I can just lie down on this. Anyway, so yesterday we all went, not all, my daughter, 13-year-old, my wife, and me, and we went to London to see the Queen. And we did see the Queen. No, not that Queen. We saw Lego Queen in John Lewis and Oxford Street. And I shook hands, I took pictures, and I really enjoyed speaking to Queen. Is Queen speaking. This is called spoonerism. Do you know what is spoonerism? Anyway, so this is my happy purchase yesterday. And this is a beauty, isn't it? I love coffee. I'm a coffee aficionado, and I find so much stuff about coffee that fascinates my brain and mind. So this is coffee from all over the world, and including Malabar, a place in India, Ethiopia, Kenya, Colombia. And food is a fantastic way of learning geography and getting to know the different cultures. And I bought this AeroPress Go. I was not aware of this before. So basically, when you are traveling, on the go, camping, etc., if you want to have proper coffee, then this is your bet. It's a cup, and the cup will expand into this. And then you put there's a paper filter inside, like a small filter. You put your ground coffee, and then you put hot water. You let it brew for, I think they said 2 minutes. A minute, okay, fine. And then you press it down, and the coffee will be and sip from here. So that's what I did yesterday. And I told my daughter, can you please present this to me on Father's Day? And she said no. Anyway, then we went to John Lewis, and I'm hearing about this Theragun for a long time, and it's really amazing. And you will immediately know whether your running techniques, etc., is good or bad, because the moment you touch this messaging gun, can you see? So suppose you place it here. Yeah. If you see any difference between your left and right, you will know that you are not running symmetrical. So I found yesterday that my hamstring on the right hand side, on the bottom, this is not hamstring, this is kind of vastus medialis. If you go to the bottom, it's way more tenser. One second, let me stop this. Oh, it's going even faster. Come on, stop. Okay. So this was this company is a startup. It was a startup. I think it's a huge now. There's many types of Theragun, and it was started by a person who was having deep tissue injury, and it was very painful. And I know a lot of my patients suffer from fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, aches and pains. It's very, very common. When you're 20s, when you're 30s, you don't even think about moving and joint and all that. And as you grow older, then you doing this. Can you do this? The thing about good health, I told yesterday, is all about 5-6 key things, which is good sleep, a good movement, and movement is not just running. Movement is also flexibility, how you can take your body through different positions. Can you do it? I mean, things like that. And this just makes your whole, like the way I'm sitting on the floor, like we call this half lotus posture. This is so good for your pelvic health and hip joint, and you need to do this because we invented chair, we invented commode, and we killed the pelvic health. Yeah, we distorted our hip anatomy. We are supposed to be squatting. That's how ancient humans used to squat. I mean, they didn't have any chair. But anyway, we have a chair, fine, but at least some part of the day sit on the floor like this, or whatever I want to do, squat. So I'm trying to inspire one of my trainee doctors, Dija, to do her first marathon. Now, officially, I haven't done any marathon, but me and Asma, one of our ex-registrar, we done a double marathon, and I got injured, and that's the first time I understood the value of knowledge in running. I mean, knowledge is there everywhere. Anyway, and I know so much more about running now. And I had my personal running coach once upon a time who initiated me, Josie, who is a sort of a athletic board certified running coach. And everything is a plan. Contemplation. That's what Amit reminded me yesterday. Amit is a fantastic consultant. He was a fantastic registrar. He was a fantastic everything. Some people touch you, and when I say touch, mean touch your life or brain or heart. They're so fascinated by knowledge, and I am like him. So he's like a philosophical twin brother, and we used to talk about what evidence, what these, and what is the control, what is the trial. I mean, is there any placebo control? All this kind of statistical jargons and stuff. So I'm pretty sure he, like our other ex-registered Ed Despot, which also a very famous consultant now, they will discover something one day, that will change the field of medicine and gastroenterology. Coming back, so I bought this as well yesterday because I was looking for something portable, because this is not very portable. Because whenever I go, even to hospital, I will carry my gym bag and my sauna bag. And I'm going to India for 4 weeks with family, and I'm thinking of something to take with me. And this can also double up as your sleeping mat. If there is no place to sleep, just spread it on the floor and sleep. In fact, I was talking to a police friend of mine that I'm planning to spend one day on the streets of Calcutta, like a beggar, like nothing. And I cannot eat any food, no money, nothing. And I will have to do something, earn people's money, like they will give me, I'll do maybe I'll make them laugh or sing or whatever, and get the money, buy the food. So that's my plan, and that will come in handy. Anyway, I bought this yesterday because it is getting quite hot. Sorry for the jerky camera. So I got a this thingy from John Lewis. It's another famous company called Ron Hill. Remember Ron Hill? And this is a top. When you run, you have to be very visible. I don't like running at nights. All my runnings are early morning or mid morning or end of work. So that's it. And we did something very naughty yesterday. Naughty but so good. What is this? Lola. So I and my daughter went for a brownie, and my wife went for this, one of this. Now yesterday one of my patients told me, Dr. Ghosh, you keep posting all this sugary stuff and you keep telling that sugar is bad. Now this lady who is asking me, she's a patient who is so scientific in her approach, and she will not take any shit from you unless you tell what is the, when I say shit, I mean information, unless you tell what is the evidence. But the problem is, there is not evidence based for everything, because these are very low cost intervention, and that's why no pharmaceutical companies are interested in investing in the trial. And as you know, most of the trials, they're sponsored, and obviously there'll be a bias and all the stuff. The national health, the NIH and all that stuff, they should be sponsoring more trials which doesn't promote a medicine. You know what I mean? Anyway, so you can have anything and everything. It's how much. That's the question. And then what do you do? Do you eat a lot of that and then sit in a chair, or do you eat this here and there with your family when you want to enjoy all experience? And then you do some stuff. Yesterday I was supposed to do a 5K and I didn't because I couldn't. Sorry, not didn't. I couldn't because it was late, and I decided if I go now for running, then I'll come back. My family will be waiting for me, so I didn't. So I'm going to do it today. The other thing is contemplation. So I found this an exercise for physical tidying. If the idea of Herculean clear out feels overwhelming, try a series of small ones instead. Starting today, pick a surface in your home. Set a timer for 5 minutes, tidy until the alarm goes off. If you have time, give the surface a wipe and a polish too. Repeat with a new surface tomorrow. Now, are you ready? I'm going to tackle this surface today. Coming back, Mary Kondo taught me how to clean house, how to clean mind and all that stuff, brain dumping. This book is fascinating. So basically, you just open a page in the morning and quickly scan the page, or maybe slowly scan this page and write something. And this I think I got from our prayer room, sanctuary in the hospital. Very good book. Anyway, I'm losing all my receipts, so. And I also bought some stuff from this place called Flying Tigers, Danish shop. And because I was looking for some hangers to go inside my gym bag, because when I go to sauna, sometimes I'm wearing my hospital jacket and tie, and so that can stay like that. Anyway, so my contemplation for the day, what happened yesterday, that's what I do in the morning, and they're all the holy scriptures. I am going to Vrindavan, the holy place for Hindus, where Lord Krishna used to play and grew up and flirted with all the gopis. So my plan is to finish the Gita before I go there. I'm almost halfway there, but anyway, so that's Lord Krishna. If you don't know who is Lord Krishna, and yeah, and this is my cap from Makkah. One of my friend Dr. Ali presented me this. So whenever I read Quran, I put that on, and this small cross I got from the sanctuary. So whenever I read Bible, I keep holding this. My policy is simple. If this books gives some benefit, oopsie, why don't I get everything? I'm a bit greedy in that sense. And if you've never seen my family, this is my family. Not now, they're all grown up, and that was when my wife was doing her MSc, and now she has done her PhD. And my son is now going to University College London Hospital to study medicine. He's 18 doing A-levels, and that girl, oh, she will be somebody one day. Very high IQ, very high EQ. Anyway, have a good day. No cooking today.